What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So once again back here with another new look rebuild, and today we have ourselves the Buffalo Bills. So let's just go ahead and jump in and do this Buffalo Bills offseason rebuild in Madden 20, or not offseason, sorry, I said that a few times way back when, but now it's a new look rebuild, so a new look Buffalo Bills rebuild in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. And I'm just gonna say this for one last time. I'm currently recording this on May 14th, and you guys probably won't see this until like June 1st or something crazy like that. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I'm recording this video. Damn, I didn't even really think about it until now how early I'm pre-recording this video. But yeah, I'll be on a vacation, but I should be back after this video, I do believe. So here is the lineup going into year one. So obviously got Josh Allen as the quarterback. The James Cook thing going on with the contract. We'll see how that results. They are very deep at wide receiver right now with Shakir, Josh Palmer, Elijah Moore, Laviska Shenault, Curtis Samuel, Keon Coleman, Deion Dawkins, Edwards, Conor McGovern, Torrance, and Brown is zero line with Kincaid and Dawson Knox. On the defense side of the football, you got Bishop and Damar Hamlin, Dorian Williams, Terrell Bernard, Matt Milano, Taylor Rapp. You got Benford. Obviously, their first round pick was Maxwell Hairston. So I'm going to try to get him involved right away, probably. So we'll get him at corner 2. Greg Rousseau, Ed Oliver, Jones, and then Joey Bosa was a nice addition. But yeah, Maxwell Hairston was their first round pick. TJ Sanders was their second. And then Landon Jackson was their third round pick. So I'll see you guys at the end of year one before we touch anything with the playbooks. Obviously, the Bills are a good team. So we'd expect this team to be a contender out of the gate. And we have not been able to see Josh Allen get into the Super Bowl. He has not been able to get over the hump. So that is our job today. So we'll see if we can make that happen for him. So at the end of season number 1, we almost go 17-0. We went 16-1 and get the first seeded bye before I really make my mark on this team at all. But obviously, as I kind of said, the Bills are contenders, so this isn't like shocking by any means. But 16-1 is still a damn good legitimate record. So if there was ever a time to get Josh Allen and the Bills to Super Bowl, it looks like it would be now. So hopefully we can do that in year 1. 11 touchdowns, 11 from both our running back and our quarterback. Shakir with 1,100 yards, 800 from Samuel, 700 from Palmer, and 700 from Kincaid. On the defense side of the football, you had 11.5 sacks from Joey Bosa, 10 from Greg Rousseau, 9.5 from Ed Oliver, 7.5 from Daquan Jones, and 4 from Matt Milano. Interception, Milano was 5. 5 from Taylor Rapp, 3 from Bernard, 3 from our rookie Maxwell Hairston, 3 from Cole Bishop, 2 from Tre'Davious White, and 2 from Teron Johnson. I forgot Tre'Davious White came back to Buffalo where it all started for him. But all right, let's skip past wildcard weekend. We don't need to play there. So let's see who's in front of us in the divisional. Hopefully it's going to be an easier matchup. We can get our ticket to the AFC Championship. It will be the Colts. So you'd like to think it'd be easier, but you never know. So I'll see you guys in there when we're in there. So it'll be Anthony Richardson starting under center for the Colts as they win wildcard weekend, and now we get to play them here. So they're going to go up 7-0 on us. So our first ranked defense maybe comes out a little sluggish as their offense is, whooping us at this point. But we get a big interception. There we go. Maybe we start to get into the game a little bit more, get our heads in there, and we will be up 28-13. So it was looking kind of weird there for a second, although we can't rule them out yet. It would be crazy if they tied it, but we'd make it an 11-point game. 3-point game with 31 seconds left, and we're going to hang on to it. So the Colts definitely may have exposed some things about our defense with it being ranked number 1 overall. I'm quite shocked that we allowed the Colts put up 28 with Richardson as the quarterback, but maybe we just struggle against mobile quarterbacks. Who knows? But at the end of the day, a win is a win. We'll take that, and I will see you guys in the AFC Championship game. So it is the playoff rematch from last year where we got the Ravens versus the Bills in the AFC Championship. So it's not going to be the Chiefs, who always seem to own both these franchises that are playing right now. But not to worry about them. So 0-0, and we will go. Okay, so we don't score there. Okay, it's still 0-0 at this point. So neither team wants to score. Wow, even when it looked like about to score, we didn't. They get a field goal. We will score the first touchdown in the game, though. 7-3. So both defenses playing extremely well in this one. We get the ball back with 2 minutes left, and that's... Oh, wow. I thought they were going to tie it there at the end, but they miss out. Our defense steps up big time. A very, very low-scoring game. But just like that, in year 1, we are headed to the Super Bowl. So that is awesome stuff. And we'll go see what we can do when we're in the Super Bowl and whoever it is against, which I assume it'll probably be the Eagles if I had to guess. So it's actually going to be a Bills and Lions Super Bowl, and I think I speak for everybody. This would be a very fun Super Bowl. I'd be so down for this, but let's see how this is going to go. So Detroit scores on us immediately, but we score right back. So we throw a big interception. but we are down 3 now. We can still get back in it. The Lions are going to, nope, they don't score. Can we go score on this drive? Okay, so we get a field goal or something happened there. Did we get a safety? I don't know what just happened. We're up 22-17 with 4 minutes left from our own 6-yard line, and we will drain out the clock and win the Super Bowl in year 1. So 22-17 victory. It genuinely looked like we were about to fall short of our goal of winning it all, but we did in year 1. So that is awesome. So Jared Goff and the Lions fall flat on their face. And the beautiful part is I didn't even do anything yet. So we can still put our stamp on this team and continue to try to go back-to-back and maybe even three-peat. So let's see if we can't end off these pre-recorded videos I've been doing with a three-peat. So I'll see you guys in the offseason now. So going into this offseason, about $39 million in cap space. So after winning the Super Bowl, we're probably expecting to lose some talent here, which would not be shocking. So let's just kind of see what's here. So Joey Bosa, Tre'Davious White, Elijah Moore, Laviska Shenault. So we probably have to let everybody walk here other than obviously Joey Bosa if we can keep him. But everybody else is going to have to hit the hay, unfortunately. So I'm going to bring back Joey Bosa if we can. But we have to be very careful because I do believe that like Greg Rousseau and Bernard have not been paid in this file technically because, you know, this is like a... you kind of get it. Like this is franchise mode and all, but the contracts aren't exactly right because those are new extensions or whatever. So we are only going to sign Joey Bosa, and I don't even think we're going to do anything in free agency either. I think we're just going to sign Joey Bosa and let this remaining money stay around because we obviously are going to be in a pinch here soon when it does come crashing down. But I mean, low key, now that I think about it, the Bills have such, even with Elijah Moore was here, they have such a like, every receiver they have is such a similar archetype. It's kind of interesting. But Kincaid's up to an 85 overall. James Cook, who has to be paid next year too. Yeah, there's going to be some contracts we have to give out next year. Greg Rousseau, I believe, has to get paid as well. And then I think, or Bernard as well. That was the other one. Taylor Rapp's up to an 88, so that's awesome. But yeah, it's all looking good. So we have Benford, we have Teron Johnson, Maxwell Hairston. So everything's looking good on this offense and defense. Nothing, I don't have anything to complain about. So we'll just go straight to the draft because this team is already built extremely well. So let's just try to add on to it and see what we can hit on in this draft coming up. So something I don't normally do, but something we should probably start doing when it comes to teams that are obviously, you know, going to be very expensive is we should probably look at some of the guys who are about to be free agents. So obviously you have Greg Rousseau and James Cook, who I already kind of mentioned by name, and then Bernard. So maybe we should look to potentially draft some of their replacements if we don't think we can keep everybody. Maybe even one of our offensive linemen or 2 of our offensive linemen. So hitting on an offensive lineman in this draft could be good too. So yeah, we'll kind of see what is available. But I think I definitely want to take at least 1 O lineman. Maybe we take a middle linebacker here. Although, like I said, Greg Rousseau and Bernard were already paid in real life. So more than likely, I will keep them too if I'm able to. Which I should be able to, but we'll see. All right, and I know Joey Bosa, I believe, only signed a 1-year deal with the Bills. So maybe he only plays there 1 year, but we decided to re-sign him. Okay, so that all being said, we got Jermaine Bernard, James Smith, Harbor, Roberts, Bruner. So there is a couple offensive lineman options. So I do think we will go ahead and take one to start things off. So I'm going to go Joe Brunner out of Wisconsin. Going to be a left guard that's going to probably start next year for us. So welcome to Buffalo. 19 true value, drafting 32. But we're ultimately going to continue to build this O-line to obviously protect Josh Allen at all costs, which is what we want. All right, for it looks like we have 2 second-round picks, which I don't think we should have 2 second-round picks, but maybe we trade this one away. I have to... Is this from the... What trade is this from? Is this from the Diggs trade? Yeah, it probably is. Maybe. I don't know. Good question. Yeah, I think it is, actually, now I think about it. This is probably from the Diggs trade with the Texans. No, well, the Texans have a pick there. Huh. I don't know what this pick or trade might be from. I can't think of it at the top of my head. But whatever. Maybe we just... I'm going to trade it. Or I'm just going to draft a trash pick because I know we're not supposed to have 2 second-rounders. So, can we go? Yeah, just draft. Let's just throw this pick away, and we'll take whoever we want at that 64th pick. So, we're not going to worry about this one. I don't know whose pick this originally belongs to. I think it's the Texans, but I don't know that for a fact. Let's go to pick 64, and let's see what we got going on here. So, this is going to be our pick here, and we'll have what? We have Eugene Wilson, Dylan, Torian York, Samuel out of Oklahoma, Dan Key, Bear Alexander, Zacharias J. Knott, and Jamari Butler. So, I mean, we could look at maybe drafting a pass rusher here with Samuel, with maybe Greg Rousseau. But again, we're going to re-sign those guys. So, I mean, you could draft a running back, I guess, but probably won't do that. So I do think I'm going to go ahead and take Samuel here. Actually, could play him in a number of different spots. He might even be able to start over Dorian Williams right away. So we'll start with him at round 2, and then we'll go to round 3. 86 speed, hidden dev, speed linebacker, and then it says we don't even have a round 3. It goes to the Browns. Okay. Well, this draft class, or these draft picks weren't exactly correct, so maybe I should have kept that second, but whatever. I can't even imagine or can't even begin to think what that pick might be from. Browns and Bills. What did they do with each other? I don't know. Regardless, we're just going to skip past it. It's just a round 3 pick at the end of the day. This team's already built extremely well. So whatever, we'll just deal with it. I'll see you guys in the lineup going to year 2, although we didn't really change much, obviously. So here we are for the lineup going into year 2 in just a second as we get to open up the season against the Baltimore Ravens, who we beat in the AFC Championship. So let's go ahead and see what the lineup is looking like. Again, we didn't really change much though. So although Joe is going to start over Torrance right away, so that's fine, I guess, if that's what they think works better, fine. Defensively, Samuel is going to play. I mean, we can move him right outside and have him start over Dorian Williams, but him being depth for this year is fine. And I guess if we somehow lose Bernard, then Samuel is here. But again, the plan is to keep them because they did sign in real life. But I'm going to leave everything the same. I mean, it went 16-1 last year, so will we go 16-1 again? Doubtful, but hopefully we can just still find ourselves in the playoffs and try to go back-to-back Super Bowls. We go 13-4, not quite the 16-1, but we do secure the bye in back-to-back seasons, so that's cool to see. Offensively, 13th in the NFL, and then defensively, we were 3rd in the NFL. So defense continues to be really good. 34-11 from Josh Allen, 9 touchdowns, 800 yards from James Cook. Close care with 11 touchdowns, 900, 800, and 600 from Dalton Kincaid. Sacks-wise, Greg Rousseau and Joey Bosa went absolutely berserk, so Greg Rousseau at the right time on a contract year, although, again, he shouldn't be on a contract year. But we get to head to divisional again, so we can keep avoiding the wild card weekend, which is fine by me. And let's go see who's in front of us in the divisional round. So it will be the Colts again, who gave us some issues last year. So let's see if this time around we can just beat them easily, or they're going to give us some problems again. We'll see. So Josh Allen versus Anthony Richardson. This is literally a rematch from last year, and they put up 28 on us, but it is a snowy game this time, so it's a little bit different circumstances. We go up 7-0. So maybe the snow is, well, I was speaking in hypotheticals, but not anymore. So still only, there it is, tied game. They are giving us some problems again. We go up 14-7. They're going to tie it. No, they don't. They get stopped on a 4th and 1. Greg Rousseau with a big sack, and we'll beat them 14-7. All right. Divisional weekend goes in our way once again. 14-7 victory, and now we get to head to the AFC Championship. The Colts once again gave us a really close battle. We ultimately win, and I'll see you guys in the championship game. And now it is time for the AFC Championship game in our second season here. After we won last year, we get to play Justin Herbert and the Chargers this time. So not the Ravens. We're at home here, of course. They go up 3-0. Herbert finally gets himself to an AFC Championship game, but we're up 7-3 right now. We will go down 10-7, so the Chargers are giving us some problems, so we better hope we finally come down and score in this one. We will score 14-10, and we get a big interception from Maxwell Hairston, 21-10, and the Chargers look like they had it in their grasp. Unfortunately, they fall short, and we'll be heading to the Super Bowl for a second season in a row. 21-10 victory over the Chargers. And we shall go see who's in front of us in the Super Bowl. Last year was the Lions. Will it be the Eagles this time, or will it be someone else? We shall see. We knew eventually it was going to be the Eagles in the Super Bowl game. I mean, we got lucky, I guess, to have made it to the Super Bowl twice in a row. But hey, here we are. So let's see if we can go back to back. That would be awesome. And the Eagles will go up 3-0. We will tie it 3-3. Big interception or just a stop, maybe on the tush push. That's great. All right, so still 3-3. We'll score a touchdown, first one of the game, and the Eagles will get another field goal. We'll go up 13-6. Yep. Can we go score and put the game out of reach? No. I thought they were about to take the lead there at the end, but they don't. So a 13-6 victory in the Super Bowl. Very low scoring game, but just like that, that is back-to-back Super Bowls in this video, and your boy has barely done anything. This is basically just a simulation video so far. I'm not going to lie. This is probably the easiest new look rebuild I've ever done, weirdly enough. But I guess it's not weird because it's the Bills. But all right, well, I'm going to get to the offseason, and we're going to go for the three-peat. I think this one will be a pretty easy, self-explanatory offseason as well. We're simply going to try to re-sign everybody, and then if we have money remaining, we'll try to get better. But I assume once we resign everybody, we won't have any money. So let's get the offseason, shall we? And go for that three-peat. So about $42 million to work with this offseason, pretty similar to what it was last year, but obviously we got some important free agents. We have Greg Rousseau, James Cook, and Kincaid. Well, that's a fifth-year option, actually, so we'll accept that. Bernard, so, and then AJ Espinosa. So the rest of these guys are going to probably have to walk after what we were able to just do. So let's see what it's going to cost to keep these guys. So Greg Rousseau, obviously, is going to cost the most with him being a pass rusher. So we could let him go so we have land. I mean, again, these guys signed in real life, so I do plan on keeping them all, other than obviously James Cook hasn't. Bernard always seems to hit free agency, so I'm expecting he will too. It looks like we have to restructure a contract to get enough money to re-sign these guys, so we'll do that. Because I am after, hopefully, like I said, another ring here. So Josh Allen will free us up, I think, the right amount. It's $30 million freed up. That should give us just enough to go for Bernard and Cook again. Keep those guys around, and might give us enough money to sign another player too, but we'll see. All right, so let's give Bernard a nice offer. Let's see if he signs. He does, and then we'll give James Cook his contract. Hopefully he signs. That gives about $15 million or so to go after somebody else, and yes, it does. Okay, so 15 M's. We can work with that. AJ Espinosa is going to have to walk, unfortunately, but hopefully there's a good, impactful player we can just give some money to go for it. So now it's up to 16 million, but let's see what maybe the most important position could be to go after. Obviously, we just lost our starting center, so that could be something we go after. But yeah, Brunner, who's up and good. I mean, we have Jones here, so we could technically just rock with him. And on the defense side of the football, I mean, yeah, it's looking good on the defense as well. So I guess let's just go look at who the best free agent is available. We might not be able to like get the best one, but maybe a good player at least. So yeah, like Andrews is here, but we're not gonna be able to do that. Yeah, we don't need Odafe, Romeo Dobbs, Zeitler, Kendall Fuller, Derrick Henry, who just signed an extension with the Ravens today as I'm recording this. I mean, maybe we're just better. I mean, Rasheed Walker is here, but I don't know. What about center? So do we just bring back, I mean, we could just bring in Ryan Kelly, I guess. That'll be like the main addition, just to kind of keep this O-line strong. And we should get him over the Vikings, and he will sign. Okay, just like that, Ryan Kelly's the main addition, and we'll head to the draft and try to draft super well, and we'll go head for the three-peat, and we'll see what that looks like. So at pick number 32 in this draft, let's see what we can go ahead and select here. We can pretty much go after pretty much anything at this point. So Dante Moore, Lucas Simmons. I do think I don't mind the idea of drafting O-line, continue to build that O-line out. So we got Lucas Simmons here in round 2. 400 true value, drafted in 32. So we'll take that. He'll be probably a starter eventually, but he can kind of groom behind some guys, at least for now. And then now we can go to 64 in round 2. All right, so we got TJ Moore, who just went off the board before us. If we draft a running back, or we draft a, I mean, we could take Brown or Carter. You know, I don't mind the idea of taking Boo Carter here. B tackle, B hit power, speed is elite. So we'll take Boo Carter here in round 2. He'll be a 77 true value, 64 hidden dev, 93 speed, free safety. So not bad to add on to the back end. And then at pick 96, try to end this off with a bang if we can get another good player here. Let's see what else is available to us. Trotter goes, Chase goes. All right. George is still on the board. Sam Levitt, Kalen Lee, Jack Injuries, who I guess would be another weapon for Josh Allen to have. I don't mind it. I think I am going to go ahead and take Josh Injuries. Or sorry, Jack. This might be the end of Dawson Knox on this team eventually. So Jack Injuries, welcome. And we'll bring him in. 118 true value, hidden dev, 83 speed, tight end. Not bad. All right, let's go look at the lineup going into year 3, and we're going to go after that three-peat, shall we? So here's the lineup going into year number 3. So Simmons is a 77 overall, just waiting in the shadows for maybe someone to retire or take over at a certain spot. I mean, we could technically move him in inside a right guard, and I bet he would be better than Torrance right now. So we might as well play him, because we're not going to play him next year. So let's go ahead and throw Torrance in here, because I'm going to end this video on this 3rd season no matter what. I mean, what else is there accomplished? We've gotten 2 Super Bowls already out of the way. So we got, all right, so Simmons will be, I mean, he's still behind, but I'm going to start him. Might as well. He's a hidden dev guy. We got Palmer, Keon Coleman, Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, James Cook. Defensively, we got Boo Carter, who's going to be behind Bishop now. We also got another pass rusher who's waiting in the shadows too. So this is all looking phenomenal. Obviously, the expectation is another good season and looking for that three-peat. So I will see you guys at the end of year number 3. Again, this video still continues to be the easiest new look rebuild, or maybe the easiest rebuild in Madden I've ever done, as we go 15-2 and get the bye again. So we have not even played in wildcard weekend once in this video. We've basically become the new Chiefs of the AFC, which is interesting with them still existing. But 4th in the NFL in offense, 4th in the defense, so top 5 on both sides. 37-5 from Josh Allen. You had 900 yards, 5 touchdowns from James Cook. 1,300 yards from Shakir, 1,100 from Palmer, 800 from Kincaid, and 700 from Keon Coleman. Sacks-wise, Greg Rousseau and Joey Bosa and Ed Oliver, all double digits. Great stuff there. Bernard with 4 interceptions, 2 from Teron Johnson. Okay, well, is it going to be the Colts in the divisional again? Let's see. It's been that twice in a row. I doubt it's them for a 3rd time, right? It's going to be the Jets this time. So we get to play a fellow division rival instead. So I will see you guys in there, and hopefully we can get back to the AFC Championship again. So who knows who's starting for the Jets at this point? I couldn't really tell, but we're going to see if we can't continue the reign that we've had in this video so far. We will go up 7-0, and it is going to be 0 points on their end so far. 14-0, and now we got a 21-0 lead. Yep. As long as we don't blow a big lead here, we are going to the AFC Championship for a 3rd time in a row. 27-0, and the Jets didn't even score a single point. Who was their quarterback? I have to look now. It was Garrett Nussmeier. So I don't know if this was his rookie season or not. Don't think it was, if I'm not mistaken. But we take them out in embarrassing fashion, and we're heading to the AFC Championship for the 3rd time now. So for the first time in this video, we do get to square off against a team that owns Josh Allen in the playoffs in real life, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs. Josh Allen's able to beat them in the regular season, but every time the postseason hits, he does not beat the Chiefs for whatever reason or another. But we have the ball to start things off, and we're up a field goal. The Chiefs will go up 7-3. And it would be kind of, you know, it would make sense if the Chiefs are the reason we don't 3-peat here. It's 10-10. They get the double dip, 17-10. We need a big score here. What about now? Okay, it's 23-10. We need a fast touchdown. We will. Oh my gosh, I think we got stopped on 4th down or something. So, just like I thought, or like I meant, or like I said, it would be funny if the Chiefs were the team that dethroned us for going 3 times in a row, and it is, of course, the Chiefs. Who else would it be? So we're not going to 3-peat in this one. This was still literally the easiest new look rebuild I've ever done. Maybe it wasn't even necessary, but I always do every single team anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, although we didn't really have to do much in this video today. The Bills are set up very well in real life, and Madden seemed to have loved them as well. Regardless, our reign falls short to, of course, none other than the Chiefs. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This was a grind to get these videos recorded before the trip, and I just wanted you guys to have content to watch while I was gone. So I hope you guys did enjoy them. I should be back, I think, in the next video in my present. I guess I'm still here in a way, but obviously I'll be at home or whatever. So with that all being said, I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.